Hello, this is a multiple-part series on the Star Spangled Banner, a quick overview of the War of 1812, and this will give you a context for understanding how the Star Spangled Banner national anthem came to be. So here's a quick overview. First of all, England was at war with France's Napoleon from 1803 to 1814. Meanwhile, there was tensions between England and the United States. We are not yet at war, but there were trade restrictions and blockades put upon us by the British, impressments of American sailors into British naval service, harassment on the high seas of United States commercial ships, and then fostering Indian uprisings on the frontier. The American response to these tensions were privateering, where private ships would go out under the American flag and capture and sell British ships and goods for profit, skirmishes on the Canadian border, and then finally a declaration of war in 1812. Now initially, the frontier of this war was along the U.S. and Canadian border in 1812 and 1813. And one of the more notable battles that incensed the British was the Battle of York in April of 1813. In the Battle of York, the British capital of Canada, acts of looting and arson were conducted by American soldiers, and they were not stopped by their commanding officers. This included the burning of a legislative building, and the British were incensed about this activity. And yet they couldn't do anything about it because they were distracted with Napoleon. But finally, in April of 1814, England felt like it was on its way to defeating Napoleon. At this time, they could begin to focus more closely on the east coast of the United States, and they had some plans in mind. And so in 1814, that's where the battles focused. Eventually, however, the Treaty of Ghent was signed December 24, 1814, but word did not travel to the British fleets in the Atlantic, and an attack on New Orleans that had been planned took place on December 23, 1814, from January 8, 1815, after the treaty of this war had already been signed. And so this is a quick overview of the War of 1812, in which the Star Spangled Banner makes its appearance, and this will give you a context for understanding the rest of these videos in this series. My name is Craig Seibert. Thanks for listening.